Hello, everyone, and welcome to What's New with Anastasia. This is a weekly show where I highlight new and noteworthy listings in Chicago and go over why I chose them. My name is Anastasia Korinchevska. I'm a real estate broker with Best Preferred Realty in Chicago, and I show these new listings to my buyers every day. Today, I will be going from least to most expensive listing, and without further ado, let's start with 744 North May, unit number 202, listed for $315 and located in River West. Let's first talk a little bit about location. I don't talk about River West that much usually, although two of the listings that I will feature today will be located there. I like it because you are still in the middle of things. You have Blue Line right by you. You're very accessible to the highway, and it still gives you close access to River North across the river, Old Town, and it gives you access to Wicker Park and Bucktown. So you're not right in those areas. You're a little more driver friendly, but you do have access to the shopping, restaurants, and other things that people like about those other locations. The reason why I picked this unit, besides the location, is how unique it is. First of all, you do have a private elevator that takes you to your unit. It's a feature that's so uncommon for something in the 300 range. Usually you see it once you get to $1 million plus. You have two outdoor spaces, again, for a smaller one bedroom. It's something that you usually don't see. And you also have an attached garage, which is pretty unheard of in a little 3-4 flat. Besides that, it's pretty move-in ready, and you have a good natural light throughout, including your bedroom, which again is not something to take for granted, because a lot of times that's where your light will be lacking. And of course, your HOAs are super low. You're right under 200. So if you're looking to be downtown, maybe in West Loop or River North or Old Town, but you're not seeing anything, maybe the HOAs are too high, maybe parking is getting too expensive, maybe outdoor space is hard to come by, I think this is a good option for thinking outside of the box, because it still gets you so close to these areas in the same price point, and you still have an elevator, you still have attached parking. So yeah, I would definitely consider this. For the next one, I'd like to go to this listing at 2333 West St. Paul. It's technically not brand new to this week. It was listed in the end of last week, but I didn't get a chance to highlight it yet. And it is one of my favorite locations and one of my favorite buildings in Chicago. So you're right on the edge of Wicker Park and Bucktown, only half a block away from 606 Trail. The street is nice and quiet, but yet you have access to Milwaukee Corridor, you have access to both Damon Blue Line and Western Blue Line, and then everything best that's offered to you by Bucktown and Wicker Park is only walking distance away, so it's best of both worlds. Everything seems pretty updated as well. Kitchen, bathroom, everything is slightly higher end that you would expect for this price point too. So if you're looking in this area, if you're looking for a massive outdoor space, if you're looking for something that has good natural lighting, I would definitely consider taking a look at this one as well. For the next unit, we're moving on to a little higher price point, not by much. We had $525K for a 2-bath in River West. It's at 817 West Superior, unit number 4. Now, the reason I chose this is I always like to highlight a unit that looks really cool at a first glance, but once you start looking into it a little deeper, it almost shows like a little red flag. I like to do it because we are in the midst of winter. It's cold, it's snowing. We don't particularly enjoy driving in this weather. So it could save you a trip if you just try to look at it as a broker and these little things that could maybe save you some time. The first thing to point out here is that it's a 4-story walk-up. There isn't a lot of them in Chicago, if you think about it. And the reason for that is that this extra one flight of stairs adds on a lot to your day-to-day activity. So while it may not be an issue for you specifically, maybe you're young and healthy and you don't mind taking stairs, for your potential next buyer, it could be hard to sell. So just consider that. Next thing is that while I love multi-level spaces and I tend to highlight them a lot, this one specifically comes with this spiral staircase, and those are much harder to navigate day to day. They're just not as safe. They're just maybe a little more slippery, require a little more getting used to, and especially if you have pets or small children, it could be tough to navigate. Another thing to consider, and it's more something worth looking into if you are ending up looking at the unit in person, is while it has the cathedral ceilings and skylights and a lot of natural light, the skylights do tend to wear down with time and maybe trap some moisture. And here specifically, we're looking at pretty original kitchen, pretty original bathroom finishes. So it could be worth to ask about the age of the windows, or at least take a look at it and see overall shape of them. In general, I still do like this unit. The location is still great. You do have access to the rooftop, which is pretty cool, and you do get a nice skyline view out of River West, as well as you have a parking space. And while it is only on exterior, it could be enough for your specific situation. So again, could be pretty cool unit for some, could not work for some others, but definitely worth talking about. For the next one, let's move on to the private market. It's at 616 West Fulton in Fulton Market, and it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom that's listed for $600,000 for the unit with additional $30K for parking. The location is phenomenal. You're just over the river from River North and the Loop, which is really desirable these days because a lot of people are getting pushed back to the office, at least part-time. You're just over the highway from everything West Loop has to offer, but you are in a little quieter area, and you're also really close to every grocery store that's located in West Loop and Greektown. The unit has everything that a lot of buyers are looking for specifically. It's also a multi-level unit, but it has such a smart layout. You have your primary with a walk-in closet and full bathroom and the little den office area that opens to below on the second level, and then your first level is your kitchen, living, dining, opening to the patio, as well as one extra bedroom with an extra bathroom. So very smart. Everything looks pretty updated. Your kitchen, your bathroom, the floor is in a great shape, and you have oversized windows because it's a 2-level unit, so you have plenty of natural light. Yeah, definitely something worth considering. There is just such a high demand for West Loop, so if you're looking in this area, I would definitely not wait until it hits the live market. I would try to get in while it's still in private and you can compete with a little less buyers. For the last listing of the day, I'd like to go into a little higher price point. We're at $1,050,000 for a 2-bed, 2.5 bath. And before you say, oh my God, Anastasia, it's so much money. I know, but we are in Lincoln Park in a pretty phenomenal location at 321 West Webster, right on the corner of Webster and Clark, across the street from Lincoln Park and the zoo, close to everything that people love Lincoln Park for, close to Oz Park. And then the square footage of the place is pretty impressive too. You're slightly over 2,000 square feet for 2-bed, 2.5 bath, and you get a parking space in a garage that's included in price too. So the reason why I picked this unit too is pretty unique to get both worlds of a unique layout of a vintage building as well as functionality of the new remodel. So here's what I'm talking about. It's also a 2-level unit, and it has everything completely gutted. All bathrooms, kitchen, the floors, the light fixtures, everything was done to the T. And then if you look at the layout, it's just so functional. You have your main level with dining room, living room, and a balcony off of dining room, perfect for entertaining, has a nice flow to it, has windows from both sides, so you will be getting a nice natural light throughout. And then your second level has 2 bedrooms, one each has a bathroom. You have a walk-in closet for your primary, and you have a laundry room on the main level, which you usually don't get from multi-level units. It's almost like a single family feature, and newer single family at that. In addition to that, you have an extra bonus room with an access to the rooftop deck. So pretty cool for East Lincoln Park. Those are not the things you get in general. In addition to that, your HOA is only at $550, which is very, very low for the unit of this size being located in East Lincoln Park. And this is it for today. Thank you for watching. It is my pleasure to highlight these listings. So if you need any information on these, or if you would like to see any other listings featured next week, do feel free to reach out to me. My name is Anastasia, and I'll see you next week.